So what does the NFL do with Mike Vrabel? New England head coach Mike Vrabel. What does the NFL do about this? This is a story that just won't go away. You know, I told you several weeks ago, it's a possibility that, you know, all parties knew about this. They've been together for a long time. Your spouses are not stupid. Come on, listen. This is Savage Sports Fan. Please like, share, subscribe. We're a new channel, new subscribers. Thanks for the love, support. Drop that comment, hit the bell notification, share video. Listen. So you saw the video. You saw the video. You saw the video. Now, what does that look like to you? What does that look like? It's messy. Yes, this is messy. Let's just get this. Let's get to the brass tacks. This is very, very messy. It's not going away. Dianna Ruccini has, you know, removed herself from social media. She deleted her social media. But the New England head coach, he's still in the mix now. So this story is just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. The internet is undefeated, ladies and gentlemen. So Mike Vrabel is in the video meeting Dianna, and allegedly they're supposed to be meeting. I don't know. They're going to talk about, I don't know, X's and O's. I don't know what they're going to talk about. But she's pregnant. She's pregnant. And man, this just doesn't look pretty for Dianna, because now this video is going to be used in a potential alleged divorce court proceeding. This can be used against her, like, hey, you were with this guy, you were pregnant, this is, you know, outside of company hours. Now remember, what broke this open? It was the owners meeting out in Arizona, and it was alleged pictures taken of Mike and Dianna, and she said, "Oh, it's the NFL meeting. They're meeting, you know, with all the owners, blah 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 blah." That was the cover. That was the cover. This is why she was there. This is why the pictures doesn't mean anything, right? That's how this story actually broke. Now here you go. Now look at this video. Ain't no NFL owners around there. Ain't no NFL owners. He was on a different team at that time, and he looks comfortable. He's got his shoes off. He's walking. I mean, this is ugly. Now, we have reported that allegedly the husband has requested a DNA test, and you know, that came across our desk. You know, he requested DNA test, and I think now he may have seen this video before the general public, and you better believe his legal counsel has seen this video. And one might argue, you know, allegedly, I mean, I don't know. I would say that, you know, did the legal counsel leak this? No, because at the end of the day, Dianna's husband still has a wife with Dianna, still has a family with Dianna, still has potentially these children with Dianna. The DNA test, from what we have heard, has not came back yet. We don't even know if they really requested it, but at the end of the day, if we just keep everything as everything, then it looks like, you know, you know, in a perfect world, her husband would probably want this to go away, but in the imperfect world, leak it to the public, make her look bad, take her in court, blah blah blah. You're already the worst person in the world. If this is true, then Dianna would be the worst mom, the worst wife, the worst co-worker in the world. Why not smear her some more, right? Drop that comment. What do you think? How is this going to end, man? Drop the comment. How is this going to end? This is just, wow. Every day is a new story. And you know what? Is there another guy out there? Is there another guy out there? Is there another relationship out there? Was there another relationship before Mike Vrabel? Was there a different type of relationship, like a throat relationship out there, where she was getting insider information? Because, ladies and gentlemen, what you got to understand is, when you are an NFL insider, you have a lot of people to work under you to give you information and feed you stories also. So you don't know what they did to get stories. So Dianna just was, yes, she was your go-to NFL insider. She was not the only one. She was just top of the food chain. But she had people that she got information from. She got people that maybe did not want to be in a public eye with a lot of information. And they did a lot of, you know, did something strange for a little bit of change, allegedly. So I'm saying, when you're dealing with a messy situation like this, do you think this is the only mess? Is what I'm saying. This is the biggest mess. But is there another mess that's going to pop out as the story, keeps unfolding and going on and on? So you heard it here on Savage Sports Fan first. I think it might be another guy out there. Once all hell breaks loose, then that's how we'll see it like that. But as far as Mike Vrabel and the New England Patriots, now the New England Patriots head coach Robert Kraft, it was on record saying that he tried to bury this story, allegedly. He didn't want the New York Times to publish anything, allegedly. And this guy's still your head coach. The NFL has came out and said they have nothing to do with this because, Dianna Ruccini is not, she doesn't work for the NFL. She just was, she wasn't, from my understanding, publicly employed by them. So this was not a conduct issue as far as Dianna it goes, but as far as Mike and you with the Patriots, who were just in the Super Bowl, by the way, and they look like, hey, they got a really good team out there. No one's picking them to repeat to go back to the Super Bowl. But if they do have a lot of success, I think football play will kind of overshadow it in the football world, but in the perception world, in the gossip world, in the sports world, it'll still be there. So if you're the Patriots in the NFL, man, what do you do about this? And if you're Mike Vrabel's wife, and I said all parties had to know about this because women are not stupid. I don't think I'll go on the record, I don't think his wife knew about any potential babies. I think other, relationships, maybe, perhaps, a lot of people do a lot of different things to keep their marriage going. But as far as him having a baby with someone else while he's married, I don't know any woman that would go for that. I'll just go on the record. Now, I don't know, man. It's kind of dicey. You can blame Dianna all you want to. She carried this man's potential baby. She lied to her husband, potentially, allegedly. And alleged, because, this is real nasty right here. This is super messy. But if you're the NFL, I would give the call out to the Patriots. Remember the Chicago Bulls had a situation early this year, a few months ago, when they had a player coming out talking about how the NBA is just so all about the money, and they got all these people that, promote, the gay and lesbian lifestyle, and they just turn their head, blah, 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 blah. And then allegedly the NBA gave a call out to the Bulls, and the Bulls got rid of that player, and that story kind of went away like 2 months later. Now, you the NFL, you make a call out to Robert Kraft. You got to get some extra PR around this thing. Robert Kraft is pretty, he's pretty crafty. The NFL is probably going to have to step in and say, okay, we're going to have to clean this up and make this kind of like, clean this up, do a press conference. TMZ out there doing TMZ do. And it's going to be a meeting of the minds. But right now, the video is out there. She's pregnant. Vrabel's walking around with no shoes on. It's private. It's secluded. It's on a boat. And pregnant fetish is a big fetish. And they may not have, relations that day, but that mouth works very fine. I'll just leave it at that. But anyway, this is a family show. Savage Sports Fan, please like, share, subscribe, drop that comment, hit that bell notification. What does Mike Vrabel do? What does the NFL do? And if this is true, Dianna, she's going to get taken in divorce court, right? The DNA test come back? What if she denies the DNA test? Her husband requested the DNA test. What if she says, honey, I would never do this. I can't take the DNA test. I won't do that. Whoo! That would be super ugly. We here for it, though. We here for all that smoke. Anyway, drop that comment. If you made it to the end, definitely hit another video of more Dianna and hit you to the end, and I'll see you at the beginning of that one. Until next time, I'm out.